Good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 25th of July. Now, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. I talk a lot here about the current global energies as well as the Great Awakening process. This is Penny. I'm babysitting her for a week. If you're new here, a lot of you have already met Penny. So I'll just get started and we'll just see what comes up for the 25th of July. The immunity is waning. Now, we knew, if you're on my channel, most of us knew that these continuous jabs for the CV virus were going to affect people's immune systems and their responses to other viruses or things that were coming in the future, even if it was like the flu. And now this is starting to happen. Their immune systems are starting to wane. Now they're dropping. And I think most of us already know that nearly everybody we know has had the CV virus or the flu or gosh knows what. So there's definitely now that's starting to be this drop in the immune systems. We knew that was coming because of the spike protein situation, but nobody listened to us, so it became like it was sort of falling on deaf ears, and that's why we had to kind of step away a little bit, because sometimes you just can't stop the choices that people make. So I'm definitely getting this waning now in the immune system. That's becoming really obvious. I don't think anyone could deny that out there, but even these people that continuously keep getting jabbed in on that narrative, they just keep getting sick. And it's also highlighting and bringing to the surface a lot of ailments that were already in their bodies. It's exacerbating those things as well. I'll see where else we go today. It's really sad, isn't it, to stand by and watch people doing that to their immune system. All the while, nothing is talked about natural immunity. So many people have had COVID that are unjabbed and they're fine. I know I could probably name 10 people and they're totally fine. They just got it like the flu. They lost their taste buds a little bit. That seemed to be a common thing. But, you know, when you man-make a virus, I guess you're going to have things that are a little different. I'll see what else we get today. Yeah, it's coming. I said in August the housing industry was going to collapse. The government's, I don't know what's happening where you guys are, but they're still trying to make out everything's fine in the housing industry. We know it's not, because we know about the reset and where this is all headed. But the guides are actually showing me this house, and it's like a basic home just teetering on the edge of a cliff, and it's about to go over the cliff. It's like they're showing me right on the edge of the cliff, and the house is about to collapse down the side of this cliff. And it's teetering on the edge of it. So you could virtually say that's the industry about to collapse. And the thing is, what people don't realise too, and I think what people haven't thought far enough ahead, is that this is going to affect so many industries. You think about it, if people can't afford to buy housing, I know here, for example, where I live, I can't even get a builder to do a small job because they're all building houses. They won't take on small jobs. And it's very hard to get a builder because all they want is the big money and the big houses. And because where I live near the snow, there's a lot of wealth. And so, but what's going to happen is this is going to start to filter down to the builders too, because people won't have the money to build new homes. They're not going to have the money to renovate homes. So this is going to start to affect a lot of industries further down the line. And again, here we are. People haven't thought of these things. People they haven't put their thoughts on, if the building industry gets affected, then that affects the electricians, and that affects the plumbers, and that affects the tilers, and it affects everybody. So these things just continue down the line. So I'm definitely getting that visual of the house is about to tip over the edge of the cliff, meaning that housing market's just about to collapse, and it's going to really affect a number of industries that people haven't seen coming. Again, it's a shame when people don't see these things coming, isn't it? It's like, see, they should have all looked after the little people and done all the little jobs. But anyway, it's choices people make. And this is again about the soul breakdowns, isn't it? That, you know, sometimes people have to simplify their lives. I'll just see where else we go with this. I'm getting big changes in the transport industry as well. There's a lot evolving in the transport industries. I think all of us could say that there's changes coming with a lot of that. We've had a lot of protests here because they've started making a lot of our trains and things offshore. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of this like drop in compliance. I feel like the specifications and the things coming out aren't great. There's going to be a lot of hiccups. This isn't just going to be smooth sailing. We know they're trying to build smart cities in, I would say, most countries, and these fast rails and all this kind of thing. But they've got to get the infrastructure right. And this also is around, when I think of transport, it's also about this electric cars and things they're trying to roll out very quickly. We don't have the infrastructure. I went the other day and just talked to the local car dealer about getting a hybrid car, for example. This is just an example where I live because I'm in a rural area. And they said they won't have anything to service it here. So I can't even get one here. I have to go to the city because there's no facilities for them to even service a hybrid car, let alone an electric car. So it was like, what? So how's this all going to work? So there's an enormous amount of hiccups because the infrastructure just isn't there. So I'm definitely getting that. Roads have to be improved. I'm getting a lot about roads. We've got a huge problem with roads in Australia. I don't know what they're making them out of lately, but they're just not coping with the weather being climate change. I suppose they could use climate change for that, couldn't they? Yeah. I'd say it's poor quality, what do you call it, ingredients or whatever they're using to build the roads. They're not top quality products, are they? But we've got like lots of the bitumen have melted. I'm sure over there in the heat wave, you guys are finding that now, that the roads are being greatly affected. Definitely climate. I mean, I live in the cold, so it's hot, cold, very extreme weather here where I live, and a lot of you guys are experiencing that too. So there's definitely issues with roads, and they're going to have to handle these things. Again, that comes back to the infrastructure, because if you're wanting everybody to be driving electric cars and not have their big vehicles and their four-wheel drives and things, then you've got to improve the roads too. So these things all filter down, and these are the things that end up costing government. Well, it doesn't cost government, does it? It actually costs the little taxpayer, which is all of us. So, of course, taxes will go up. We'll have more taxes to pay for the roads. And see, it's all the little people that are just going to suffer. It's so sad, isn't it, to watch all this just unfold. All the dollars, everything gets back to the little people. Now, this is for you guys watching my channel. The guides are saying that we're really kicking goals. We're like this soccer goalie that's just kicking goals. We're getting it past the... no, not soccer goalie. We're getting it past the soccer goalie. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. And we're really kicking goals, and we're getting them into, like, all the corners. And this is about our life and restructuring our life and making plans to move forward, that we're doing really well. And this is a message for you guys watching my video. The guides just want to let you know that you're really in tune, you're really focused, you really can adapt to situations very well. You're reading things very well as well into the future. You're able to see where things are headed, where things are going. And that's again getting back to, I talked about keeping really stable. We're getting very good at that now. Yeah, but we're really kicking goals and making a difference to our own life, because it's never been about anyone else's life. This Penny's tired today. It's a cold and foggy here. This soul awakening process has always been an individual process about waking up and that soul breakdown and waking up to who we truly and really are. I'll just see if there's anything else today. Yeah, I'm getting that message that, and this is globally, that people have to behave or they're going to get their bank accounts touched. We know that. We talked about that, I think it was yesterday, about freezing bank accounts and how China's doing that. And if not, you're not behaving and being a good little citizen, then your bank accounts are going to get touched. This is kind of the next thing that's going to come out. We know that's what their plan is, but this is definitely starting to happen now. They're starting to look at bank accounts. And I did warn people yesterday, I think it was, about making sure that you've got control of your money and maybe don't leave big term deposits in the bank where they can just freeze them. Because a lot of us are like the naughty mavericks and the the kids that get put on the naughty chair at school because we don't conform or comply. So, of course, who will they look at first? They're going to start looking at the people who aren't doing all the right things by their environment, or their family and friends when it comes to the jab. These are the kind of stupid, it's just so stupid and ridiculous, isn't it? But they're just things to keep an eye on. If your gut feeling tells you something, to the guides are saying, just remember to listen to it and maybe act on it as well. So that's around finance still. I'll see if there's anything else. I'm getting Brazil, which is interesting. I don't often get Brazil on here. There's something about the Brazil. I'm not sure if it's about the monkeypox expanding there. And they're going to use like one of these kind of countries as a scapegoat, saying that it stemmed there. Oh, that'd be right. They're just horrible with the things that they just want to ostracize people as usual. But I am getting Brazil. It might be that they're going to blame it for the source of the monkeypox. I think we could blame the lab in China for a few of these things personally, but they're going to look at someone to target for that. Oh, they just won't leave the monkeypox alone. It's driving me crazy. Have you seen the numbers that they're talking about at the moment? Oh my God, it's absolutely ridiculous. People are so over this, not just us. This is everyone, people waking up as well. I'll see if there's any closing messages today. Yeah, I still get that. I've had that a lot for us this week. Like, don't be scared, don't be frightened. We've done nothing wrong. We're just respecting ourselves by doing the things that we do and staying away from all the garbage. That's about having that respect for ourselves. I mean, as much as we're tired, I could just yawn, sorry guys, but sometimes we are really tired from this, and that always represents that energy of exhaustion. But we're also healing ourselves as well. We've found our passions, we've found joy. Oh, excuse me, now I'm sneezing. Oh my goodness. Oh, gosh, sorry guys. Oh, sorry, Penny. Woke her up. So we're having a good life. You know, we're making the most of a very bad situation. And the guides are just saying that they're just happy that that's what we're doing, because that's what the process is. It's about waking up and making a difference. As much as we're tired. God, Penny's even tired today. The energy might be a bit tired today. I'll just see if there's anything to close with. Yep, the guides are saying just to stay on your straight and narrow path now. They're showing me, like, I always talk about us being Maverick, had a Top Gun, and we're flying off into the distance, and we're just taking off, and there's like this jet stream behind us. But we know where we're heading. It's like we're heading to the sunlight. Like we're zooming up into the sky, into that sunlight, and we're going to reach that beautiful horizon. And when we get there, which I think a lot of us have kind of already got there, we're going to find that peace. And it's like when you're flying through the sky above the clouds, there's this sense of peace and bewilderment. And that's where we're at. And that's where I'm going to leave you today, because I think we've actually found that. We find that bewilderment in nature and the world around us. And we just have found that really spiritual part of ourselves that creates that real inner peace. And allows us to kind of glow and have better energy. And we're also a force to be reckoned with according to the guides. Government wouldn't want to mess with us anymore. I said that we're off their radar, and I'm pretty sure that we are. We get a mention every now and again, but it's nothing too major. They know that we're not interested in all their stuff, so they leave us alone. And that's a good thing. We want to hear that from government. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia today. I'm going to take Penny out, get her outside for a little bit. It's no sunshine yet, though, so might have to do that a bit later. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Don't forget to hit the like buttons and the bell notification so you know my videos pop up. And I will talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye. Bye from Penny.